We're about to watch the last match of this particular pool in the Super Singles 1 to 8 year players. It's getting near the completion of its competition. We'll soon know the top 4 and bottom 4, and making his way, he hopes, to the top 4 is Shaun Goldsbury. So he's playing against Fletcher Christian. So Shaun beat Lee Warburton in his first match this morning. Warburton has since gone on to beat Fletcher Christian. And now Goldsbury, who's had a break, has had lunch, he's been marking, and now he's set to play against Fletch Christian in this final match of this pool. Differential comes into play, as we've seen. Even though a player has won an end and still has one to play, tries to get another shot in there to help in the equation to determine the top 4, bottom 4 in this contest. $1,200 to the winner, by the way. And Fletch Christian from Takaro has just come off the mat, basically straight into his next game. So he needs to win this to have any chance of getting through to the next stage. If Christian was to win, then that would have all 3 players with 1 victory each. And so then that differential comes into the situation. Sitting in the background there with the big silver fern. We'll come back to that. One of the players from the Kapiti Centre who's been involved in this competition as well. That's a very good bowl. Nice start by Shaun Goldsbury. So it's Adam Batty there just having a slug of a drink. I'm sure it's non-alcoholic, knowing Adam. Rapeni alongside him. So Fletch goes down in his Takaro Tui. It's a great shirt, isn't it? We're seeing such a change, haven't we, over the last few years in club uniforms. It's almost a contest to see who gets the best and brightest or most unique design. And I'm just looking at Lee Warburton's there. The marker, he's holding up the one shot with Goldsbury having the white marker. And here we see Takaro Tui, so clearly a reference to 2 parts of the Tui, one being the year right on the sleeve and the other being the iconic bird. So Takaro Tui's Fletch Christian, and that club there is one of the most enthusiastic clubs and most successful clubs too. They'll be all putting their heads in their hands at that attempted run shot from Fletch Christian. They know he can do better than that. He's having a chat to his opponent, Shaun Goldsbury, and they wander down after the completion of the first end of the first set, and it's a single to Goldsbury.
Oh, here we go. Right.
And a welcome if you've just joined us to this. That's the Super Singles, year 1 to 8, being played at the Nine Eye Bowling Club in the Hutt Valley. It could have been played outside. The weather's delightful here. This competition started way back as they had elimination or centre competitions to determine one representative from each centre. The Manawatu winner was the main instigator of this, Fletch Christian, who's playing there on the mat now, Takaro Tui. And against him, Shaun Goldsbury. I'll get it right, I've talked about him all day, and now thinking of a singer from way back, Bobby Goldsboro maybe, who did that dreadful song, didn't he, called Honey. Oh, A super hit, but one that I had to turn off every time I heard it. Shaun Goldsbury from Takapuna, representing North Shore. Here we go. Christian trying to sit on that or beat that shot bowl of Goldsbury. So 3 bowl singles, as you notice. 6 ends per set, 2 sets, a tiebreaker of 1 end, 1 power play per set. You can nominate a kill. Oh, and that's what we might be getting soon here from the Takaro Tui man. Fletch Christian, down 2. So nominating the kill means that the end is replayed, but if it's a normal kill, then the jack is spotted on the 2 metre mark. Here we go.
Too wide, come on.
Doesn't like it. And Sharon Sims will probably get Fletcher aside and say, look, you notice that run shot you played on the second end of that first set against Shaun Goldsbury, and you had that little run shot, and you just didn't stay steady. Just have a look at this. Sharon Sims is probably saying, John, you don't know what you're talking about. But she's a great one for spotting that sort of fault in a person's play. Goldsbury now, looking to make it 3. 2 beautiful bowls there. One just about on the jack, one behind, and now he puts one down there to possibly negate the
have I got 2 on the tee?
Kill.
Have I got 2 on the tee?
I think he's still got 2 if he was to kill this. Forehand drive and taking his feet across to the left-hand side of the mat, you'll notice. Here he goes. Likes it. He likes it. Ooh, he takes 1 out. So, dropping 1 is better than dropping 2. Or was he having a close look anyway?
That's a measure, isn't it? You go one end, I'll go the other. He's got.
Neither player's got a measure, but fortunately the marker has. Not his duty, of course, to supply the measure, but he's happy to do so. He needed it a couple of times, particularly in his tiebreaker against Goldsbury earlier on. So a long measure here for 2 shots.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
That is 2. Oh, well worth a measure. Two ends gone. It's 3-0 to Goldsbury. Looking to win this match and become the top qualifier from this pool.
Sweet. Hey, I'll play mine as well, right? Yeah. Lee, I'll play mine as well, mate. Both now? Yeah. Both, yeah.
Both players deciding to use their power play on this third end.
Not bad, bro.
Interesting that Matt's way back, and Christian last time put it there, or previous time going this direction, put it way back and had two bowls quite a way short. But this time it's Goldsbury with the mat placement, and he's decided to see if he can upset Christian even further by putting it way back there. So at the end of this match we'll, well maybe not instantly, but certainly we'll have the results of all the other matches and who's qualified, basically, who's qualified for the top four and bottom four. So we've got a cup competition and a plate competition. He's in the zone. This is Goldsbury, who's played National League football and New Zealand volleyball. He's a senior Gisborne East Coast representative, even though he's only a second-year player. Picked up a bronze medal in the mixed pairs at the Nationals. Plays for 3 clubs in various areas, but he's already the junior singles champion for North Harbour and Bay of Plenty. So here we go. Fletch Christian, 2 down at the moment. Much better bowl from him. Stay inside the circle. That's better. Fall in.
Yeah, rat bag. Two, yeah, thanks.
Decision time. 3-0 down. Power play for both players on this end.
I just want to see where that jack's going if I smack it, mate. Bang. That should be alright. Oh well. See what happens.
Yeah, thank you. When you push the other one onto it, move the jack a bit.
His run shots haven't been all that effective in this match. But when he's gone down to the head, he will see that even just a fraction of movement of the jack would just cart it back to his black. And I think the run shot's on the go again. He's got the back bowl. So if it does kill, better line, he might. Oh, gee, that could have taken all 3 out. But it doesn't, so he remains at 2 down, and with the use of the power play here by Goldsbury, he now moves to 7-0.
Other age, bang, mate. Or hit that jack onto his. Yeah. Well, it depends what angle he hits.
I had to whack it.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
Couldn't leave your one just knock you up to the tee.
Goldsbury and Warburton just talking about what might have happened, what shot they might have played. So the way it was situated down there, in fact it's still active down there with the position on the head previously. You could just see that a little bit of movement of the jack would have popped it back to Fletcher's bowl, but he opted for the weighted shot. So good start again by Goldsbury, who seems to have this particular first set in the bag, having played his power play, and so too has Christian, so he's got nothing left.
Come on, grab it. Grab it.
Gets a favourable edge there for a toucher and shot. Yeah, it's more like it, Fletch. In there with a couple of touches.
Come on.
Does anyone have spray chalk?
Well pointed, this, isn't it?
Oh.
Not far off, carting the jack back. Still 2 to Christian. Last ball coming up.
Come on, hurry. 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 Ah.
Here we go. Just a wee inside edge will do it for you. Whoa. Well, a good 2 anyway.
Yep.
That is a 2 to Christian. He gets on the board, but trails by 7 to 2, playing the last end of this first set. Or is it? No, second to last end. Right, let's see if you can recapture that sort of draw power. Fletch started off with a hummer. 3 on this end, 3 on the next, and you've won it. But as we keep saying, you've seen very few 3s.
Yeah. Get out of the way then.
A bit hard to get 3 inside that one. Oh, he's going to try though. Oh, nice bowl.
Hey, you guys should be able to work out. You should be able to work out the plate semis now, eh? Is it clear who's got the plate semis? Semis are decided, can you?
The trouble when you're also an organiser of an event and playing. So while that bowl was delivered, Fletch was away down by the results board asking someone to do a bit of work on it. Now he comes back in, refocuses.
No, I haven't done the cards, mate.
Christian holding shot, but would prefer to be holding 2 or 3 to give him a chance of levelling or taking this first set out. Leaves the mat way up short, does Fletcher Christian, having picked up a single on that penultimate end. He trails by 7-3. Bowls get kicked up. This is the shortest they've played so far. He's hoping that he can close the gap significantly when it comes to points differential. I think if Fletch doesn't go any further in the competition, he'll come in and give us some comments or commentary. Must be lunchtime as their cameras start whizzing all over the place. Their operator quite hungry. No, you're okay, Jack? Good.
Last end of the first set.
Grab it. Grab it.
That would have been handy, Fletch. Nudging the jack back there, you would have been feeling quite good. Try it this time with the next bowl. Just cart the jack back. Give yourself 3. Lose at 7-6, but grinning to yourself and saying, oh, I've got a chance here.
How far behind the bowl is the jack, mate?
Your bowl?
No, how far behind the red bowl is the jack? Thank you.
Yep, you can see the jack and the shot. Here we go. Last bowl of this first set for Fletch Christian of Takaro. Wanting to pull the jack back. He might just do it. He might just do it and give himself 3. He has. That's a beauty. He can't win the set, but he can certainly help his differential. was planning for this to be a toucher. He's still got the chalk on it from the last one. And a 3 there to Fletcher Christian.
Can you go through the cards from the last round?
And Shaun Goldsbury wins the first set 7-6. Fletcher Christian at the moment is over by the board. He's looking at results. He's organising stuff, the draw, and Goldsbury waits because he understands what's going on. That his opponent is also the match committee chairman for this. I think really his tactic is to make Shaun Goldsbury relax and say, oh, well, he's not really concentrating on the game. He's got other work to do, so I can get up and win this. He's out of the play. And in the meantime, Fletcher's thinking, Shaun's probably relaxing. I'm going to get up and smack him now. So Christian is back into the action. And I'm sure that he'll already have identified the fact that it's very difficult to run a tournament and play in it. So delegation's a story. Any of you who run tournaments at your clubs and also play in them understand that you're constantly distracted. And unless you've got really good team working with you who are willing to take on the role of on-the-day results coordinator and so on, then it just almost becomes impossible. So all the other games have finished, and it's just the completion of this one which will determine the players, or finalise really, because quite a lot of those positions are pretty much sorted, to sort out which players, which 4 go into the top 4 to play for the cup and the main prize of $1,200, and those that go into the plate competition. Goldsbury with a power play on the first end. And making it count so far. Gosh, he's potentially finishing with a 6 on the first end. So he's going to run into those 3 bowls that are all together. It's a lovely target if you're on form and if your mind's absolutely clear of other stuff. Here he goes. He's getting something. That took 1 out, but still remains 2 down. And so Goldsbury starts with 2, using his power play. That gives him 4. And it's a great start to the second set for Shaun Goldsbury as he looks in a strong position to be the winner of this particular pool. Matt right back on the 2 metre mark. He seems to be quite comfortable with this, although he's moved the mat around quite a bit. We've had a couple of short ends as well. Forehand, good line, good length as well. Oh, that's a very good first bowl again by Goldsbury. Anything inside that circle is really a top-notch bowl. Just asking a fair bit of the ball to come in from quite that far out. It is a wider hand. Ooh, be wary of this man when it comes to the finals. He showed great fighting qualities to get up and beat Lee Warburton in his first match. Just going to cut under, not a bad effort. But still 2 down. Yeah, it's a good bowl. He hasn't fattened the target up at all. And so Fletcher really needs to play a similar bowl to what he planned last time. Now he's going to have a go. Whoops. Oh, he took it too. Oh, very good. Good selection, Fletch. In all sorts of trouble then, and with his drives or run shots not really working so well for him. He pulls out a good one, gets a very good result, grabs the mat, takes it up short. Let's see, has he just been foxing a bit? No. That's good though. That's a better first bowl than his previous effort coming this way. He was short and then the jack moved backwards, and if he'd had that sort of bowl in with his first, it would have been very handy for him. So he's got the 2 metre covered here. Just going to duck under. So Fletch is just a third-year bowler, I think. Brendan, is he? Yep, third-year bowler. Oh, look, so it's pretty good. A wee bit more movement of the jack would have been lovely for him. He might have carted it back for 2. And Goldsbury is a second-year bowler. So we've got 2 really new bowlers, but players have already made their mark on the national bowl scene, with Goldsbury in particular having scored some very good victories. So it's a measure.
Slightly towards your side, but I'm not sure.
The rest of the rinks here at the Nine Eye Bowling Club in the Hutt Valley are vacant. Those players are taking a good break to have their lunch and relax before they participate in the rest of the competition. Those that go through to the top 4 will be a bit more anxious than the others, because the top prize for the winner is $1,200. The top prize for the plate winner is $400.
First few years I practiced every day. I just hate losing. I just want to catch up to guys that I know. So I was out there every day for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Got Shaun Sims helping me out.
Got who?
Shaun Sims.
Oh, yeah. Good. That's a good coach on you.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
Has to
I reckon. When
push
you
up his
umpire,
own and make sure of it. Or if he's got it already, draw
Get the
another.
ump.
No.
He's calling for ump, but it's up to you.
We can measure it first. You go for a measure first if you like. Yours is flat, so probably favourite. But
That's the end of the third end of the second set. This final match in the qualifying, basically, for top 4 or top 8. It's the super singles, 3-bowl singles. Here we go. Measure, and it is a white number that goes up, which means it's gone to Shaun Goldsbury, who moves to a 5-1 lead.
actually look closer than that to me, but that's what tape's for, isn't it?
So the situation with this particular group is that Goldsbury beat Lee Warburton, who's the marker for this game. And then Warburton went on to beat Christian. And now, so both Warburton and Goldsbury have 1 win each. Goldsbury is now playing Christian to try and top this group. He's made a good start, winning the first by 7-6. He's used his power play early in this second set, in which he scored a 2 to give him a 4. At the moment he leads by 5-1.
Oh. I think I've given you the shot, haven't I?
Enough eating. The game.
Pretty much an identical green
Lee,
to his
what's the
first
shot,
bowl,
mate?
but
Lee, what's
his
the shot,
weight
bro?
correction was a bit over
What's holding, mate?
emphasised as the marker is called in
Thank
to
you.
check and see who's got shot, and it is Fletch Christian. Just avoid that short bowl of
Oh,
Goldsbury's, and uh-oh. Right.
Yeah, knocked you up. I need to go around you. Should have been faulty wide.
Who says bowls isn't energetic? All the walking these players do, it's probably the same as playing a round of golf.
Been wide.
Well, 9 holes anyway.
Just don't take it into the toilet with you.
Got to have his shot firmly in his mind when he goes on the mat. He's been down and had a look. Determined what... so he's concentrating, that's for sure. You kick the opposition's bowl like that. It's a matter really, while he's holding the shot, he's also considering what damage Fletch can do with his last, which he has in his hand now. Right, Christian really needs to nail this one. Needs to get the shot, or better still, 2 out of this.
Oh, I'm not going to. Come on.
Sits that shot bowl and not his own. Whoa! Oh well, it didn't turn out too bad. He was 1 down anyway, and remains 1 down. So Goldsbury goes to 6-1 after 4 ends.
Bowl, really. A little bit wide.
Is your lucky his balls with it?
Oh, it was a bit wide.
So Christian surely plays his power play now, or oh no, he can play it on the last. It doesn't matter, but at least playing it now would get him back into the game.
So, Susie, how's it going? Susie, you going?
Is he? Or has he? No, he hasn't, has he? No.
We'll just go and see.
No, he's away over, dealing to the board again and the results and stuff, so... Six one it is.
Ah, first bowl pressure again. Very good. That's what you want, mate. my bowl, Lee?
Looks to be on a similar line and a good position there, not too close, but second shot.
How many years you been playing? How many years you been playing?
Oh, narrow again. Take some green, man.
Play pretty well for fucking second year bowler, bro.
Playing with a great deal of confidence. First one was right on the jack, moved it slightly. Second
Give
one
us a target, mate.
probably gives him second shot. Now he just goes slightly over to cover the two.
Oh, you got the tee covered. I'll nominate a kill, mate.
Nominate kill.
Yeah.
So he's nominated the kill here, which means that the end will be replayed. Jack doesn't get spotted, so even though Goldsbury
Get lucky.
has
Come
the back bowl, it won't matter. Anything could have happened, but didn't, and it's one or maybe two
I'll come back
to
Might help
Shaun
you.
Goldsbury. That's played the fifth end. We're moving on to the final end,
Yeah.
because there can't be a tiebreaker out of this final end now.
You nominated kill too.
Hey?
I just said, look, you used to nominated kill.
Oh, okay. Oh, well. All good. I ran the tournament, mate, so I can take a few.
Just one it was? No, two. That's a two. They've gone up to 8. Yep, so 2 there. 8-1 is the score. Into the final end. It's the final end of this competition prior to the playoffs for the top 4 and the next 4. So the top 8 continue here with the winner of the Cup division taking $1,200, and then significant prize money after that as well. And then the winner of the plate takes the $400 down to $100 for 4th placing. First bowl of this last end. Players all crowded around the big screen to see what the draw might be. Brendan from Bowls New Zealand, who's here as part of a 2-man team from Bowls New Zealand, operating our live streaming coverage today, which really, as I've mentioned a lot of times, has gone from strength to strength. You can see the cameras lined along the side there, cameras at each end, players wearing markers wearing microphones. Great graphics, meaning, you know, what you see in the top left-hand corner there, the score ticks and sponsors credits and so on. It's really impressive. So
That's where they come from, mate.
this is not one of the Bowls New Zealand organised events, but as always, they get in behind such events and help, assist with clubs or centres that want to cover live streaming or anything like that, give them advice and assistance everywhere. So Bowls New Zealand really has stepped up remarkably over the last 4 or 5 years,
Come on, start down.
and given the bowling sport a huge improvement in its image.
Finish.
It's attractive now to all ages. It's lost that, sadly, I think, inaccurate description of being just for old people and quite boring and everyone wears whites, to what you see right now. And if you have watched any of the coverage from Australia recently, you'll see, that it's a majority of players are younger people. Here we go. Holding a couple already on this final end. Shaun Goldsbury now just going up to the 2 metre mark and plonking one in pretty close there. So he's got all bases covered as he leads by 8-1. He won the first set 7-6. This is the final bowl of the qualifying area of the Super Singles in the short form bowls here at the 9A Bowling Club. It's one at least there to Shaun Goldsbury. He wins the match by 9-1, taking the first set 7-6, the second by 9-1. And so it is Shaun Goldsbury who wins this pool, having beaten both of his opponents, Lee Warburton, who's been the marker for this game, and Fletch Christian. We'll have a few highlights of this, and then we'll be back with coverage of the top 8 competition, the plate final, and also the cup semis and finals. So more bowls to come here, but at the moment it's Shaun Goldsbury who's grinning.